Hey, how's it going? Richard Matheru here. If you're a network marketer and you are wanting to grow your business online, maybe take your first few steps or maybe back up a little bit and go, that didn't work. What's the right direction to take? I've built my business 100% purely online, sponsored over 750 people in network marketing using online methods. I can't promise you results, even though I get them for many other network marketers, but I can promise you that I'm going to give it to you straight as I always do. So I've got my notes. If you're wondering why I look down, I come prepared. I take it seriously to help you. So let's just dive into this training immediately. And stick around at the end. I've got a free resource. You can get a lot of bonus trainings, no cost, and personal help from me, so stick around for that. So how to grow your business online? Well, first and foremost, if you're very traditional based or your company is saying, oh, offline, face-to-face, listen, looking at the sales, I think it was around 8 or 10 years ago now, the actual number of people and sales worldwide that were made on the internet versus in a physical place of business like a shop or a store, they overtook it. So there are more sales being made online than there are being made offline. And what that tells us is, well, what does that mean for me, Richard? Well, as a business owner, which you are, your network marketing business is going to be joined by people or going to make product sales from people that make and are familiar with buying and making their buying decisions on the internet. So if you're not taking this seriously, if you haven't got a great strategy, a consistent, predictable one, you are missing out on the majority of sales. It's not a fair fight. So accept whether you agree with it or not. It's not my opinion or your opinion. There are more people wanting to buy and join things online than offline. Don't give yourself a disadvantage. Give yourself an advantage, okay? That's my first point. Second point, okay? Understand, this is a big piece of advice. All that the internet does is allow you in a more leveraged way to swap out some of the offline face-to-face traditional methods that you've perhaps been taught or are using. So for example, we don't suddenly expect people to join you without any trust or without any information or without a relationship or without knowing, like making an informed decision. That's not what the internet's about. I think a lot of traditional people think that the internet is like a weak way to make a sale. Oh, because you can't do it face-to-face, you're just going to try and do it some schemy, scammy or weird way online. No, that's not the case at all. The reason why I went online and the majority of people that I teach go online is, number one, flexibility. They want to have a great business, but they also want to have a great life, freedom, free time. I wanted to spend time with my daughter more than anything, so my business had to accommodate that. And then second of all, it's the reach. Like my YouTube channel alone is approaching 900,000 views, nearly a million views. Can you imagine how long it would take me, how many lifetimes to actually one-on-one traditional way reach 1 million potentially interested people in my business? I don't think I could do it. I know I couldn't do it, right? At least if I tried to do those numbers, it would drive me insane. So there's two major benefits to using the internet, and that is freedom, flexibility, and it is also reach. You can reach a whole bunch more people without having to put that physical time in. So understand that. And with that in mind, what I recommend is a gradual kind of merging of the two methods. Because here's the problem with a lot of people when they go on the internet. They try and move everything from offline to everything online. It doesn't work, and they have no idea why it's not working. They go, well, is it the way I'm generating the lead? Is it the follow-up? Is it the presentation? Is it the closing? Is it the video? Is it the second video? They have no idea because all of it's not working. So the best thing to do is for you to start to get a little bit of something that you feel good about offline. Maybe it's that you feel the presentation is good. Maybe you feel that there's a certain video that you've made that would work well. Maybe it's a certain way of conversing. You're like, hey, that tends to get a positive response. Now start to couple that to online, okay? Maybe you just physically take the scripts you've been doing offline and you start to use that to message people through the internet. Maybe the presentation you've been giving at home parties or meetings or one-on-one on Zoom calls, you pre-record that and use that as a presentation so you don't have to keep on doing it one-on-one. Put it into a simple funnel, right? If you need advice on the technicalities, by all means, reach out. I'm easy to find. But you can easily drop a video you pre-record onto a page and send that page to your prospects as opposed to you having to every time get on a Zoom call or every time get on a phone call and do it that kind of traditional way. So can you see how there's some very simple steps that you can take that allow you to start to move gradually to internet marketing without having to lose any of that personal touch, without having to break anything that may already be not, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? If it's working. Now, if you haven't got anything working offline, you have nothing to lose. You can try these methods out way quicker and way cheaper than you could giving physical time to drive to places and do that type of thing. And there's plenty of people out there, such as myself, where you can come and say, hey, this is what I'm trying. Why is it not working? And get some expert feedback. I'll tell you how you can do that for free at the end of this video. So start to do that gradually. I had some other points that I was going to make. Final point I will make. A lot of people think that like going on the internet, going online, it won't duplicate. Let me ask you this question. Like, how simple is it to teach a general member of the public how to be good at network marketing in the traditional sense? Hey, welcome to the team. I know I said this will be probably pretty easy, but guess what we've got to do now? We've got to make a list of everybody you know. I want to teach you an invitation. I want to teach you a presentation. I want to teach you a script. I want to teach you closing. I want to teach you objection handling, follow-up, and I want to teach you all these things. Those are a lot of skills, and people go, whoa, until I feel competent in all of those, I'm not going to even attempt it. Now, what happens if you go to someone and you say, hey, remember that presentation that I sent you on that page? Yep, it was good, wasn't it? Yep, that's why I joined. Well, I've made a copy of that for you to send to your people. And do you remember the way that I actually just sent you a little message over on LinkedIn? I do, yeah. Well, I want you to copy and paste that script, and I'm going to teach you how to find these people. So if you can do that 10 times a day, by the end of the week, you probably have a sign up. And if you get stuck, if you have questions you can't answer, you don't need to know all that. Come to me. You're an apprentice, okay? You're an apprentice. So an apprentice doesn't try and do the manager's job. So you can see the answers that I give, put us in a group chat. You see the answers I give. When you feel you can give those answers for yourself, you no longer need me. Like, that's one of the simple ways that we can use the internet to make sales. And there's even simpler ways, right? I built out entire sales funnels that generated leads, converted the leads, and even trained the team without the other person having to do as much as make 1 or 2 phone calls here and there. I mean, there's so much you can do on the internet and reach so many people. And for me, it's way simpler to duplicate, as I've proven. I've got so many success stories in the industry now, and myself, within the first year of a company that had 80,000 reps and people have been there for years right from the start, in my first year as a network marketer, I had the 4th highest performing team in that company. And I learned a heck of a lot over the next few years as well that improved my approach. In the first year using online marketing, I had the 4th highest duplicating team. So it absolutely does duplicate. If someone tells you it doesn't, it's probably because they just don't understand it, okay? So was that helpful? I hope it was useful. I hope I gave you some good food for thought there, some basic steps that you can take. If I was to say what could you do initially, I would say start to ask people to opt in to watch a presentation, so you're building an email list. A basic funnel where you say, hey, thanks for your interest, put your name and email in here and I'll send you the presentation, and then there's a video on the next page. That at the very least will start to build you a subscriber list, which is very powerful to do. It also outsources the ability for you to have to do one-on-one presentations. That simple one step will save you a lot of time, a lot of follow-up, and put you in a much more powerful position than having to keep lists of people calling and going around the same old non-interested people. We both know they're not going to join. We need fresh blood in your business. So as I always like to say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. I was going to give you that resource, right? If you come to my Facebook group, which is authoritynetworker.com/group, you'll see a little I in the corner. You can click there or beneath the text beneath this video. I will accept you personally into that group. So when you go to that page on that link, put your name and email in, I'll send you an invitation. You can then request to join the group, answer a couple of questions, like, are you a network marketer, to make sure you're in the right place? And then you can let me know, like, what issue are you struggling with in your business? It will be me personally that gives you some help with that, and I won't charge you for it. So I can take a quick look at what you're doing and be like, I suggest this, this, and this. This is what's working right now. And we can start to drive some progression in your business. You don't have to wait around. You don't have to go searching all around and wondering if it's useful. I've been doing this a long time, and I'd be happy to give you some free advice to get you progressing and get you moving in the right direction, okay? So make sure you join that group. Loads of bonus training in there, loads of resources, and there's no particular specific company promoted in there. I don't allow it. It's for you to do better in whatever company that you're in, 100% towards your growth. What's the word? Every post is run through me, so there's no spam in there whatsoever. I don't allow it, so you can be sure you're going to be able to focus in that group. Have a great day. I hope that you're having a good one. Like and subscribe if you want to see the next video that I publish. Give me a comment if you have a question or if you've got something to say. Whatever you're doing, have a good one. And if you're a subscriber, I'll catch you really soon. Bye for now.